Hello, everybody. And yes, if you've seen the community post, it's finally official. I folded for Sirene. Now, if you guys have seen the community post, you know why. This isn't at all meta related, and I do this quite often when it comes to characters I end up liking. I simply was looking at Sirene gameplay. I was playing through the new story of 3.7, and I just find her to be really fucking hot, right? This isn't really a factor I considered before because I was so focused on the objective value of her kit going into the future. However, I realize that this account specifically is already way in the green for being able to clear endgame content. So it doesn't even matter if I were to make, let's say, 4 to 5 pulls that didn't make any sense, because I'd still obliterate the endgame. So I decided to make one of those greedy and stupid pulls, like one may say, on Sirene, right? So I now have a E0 S0 Sirene. I mean, you don't really need her light cone. Her light cone is nice. I'm not going to pretend it isn't, by the way. A lot of people have been saying like her light cone is damn near useless. I don't think this is the case because it's very rare for supportive characters like this to get light cones that give like vulnerability and other shit, because usually Hoyo doesn't do that to purposely not allow them to have too much buffing capability, but she's like the exception in that. But I simply don't think you need it, and specifically in the team I have her in, there are multiple other vertical investment options that would just be better for me, being Hyacine's light cone, Hyacine's E1, Hyacine's E2, her own E2, etc. Right? So there's really no reason for me to go into vertical investment for Sirene currently. And I've actually gotten some surprising use out of her outside of my Cassie Sirene team, right? Because my Cassie and Evernight are both E2S1, so they can work by themselves, but it's because I've so hardly focused on this team and not on any others that my other teams are very fucking bricked, right? You have an E0 S1 Phanon with very shit relic quality that I've been running for a while now with an E0 S0 Sunday and Don Hung, and my Don Hung's relic quality is also garbage, right? Like it I mean, I don't think you need to see anything more from what I just showed you. On top of that, I don't even think this Don Hung has max traces. Yeah, like it's really cooked, right? So what I did to be able to clear the current anomaly arbitration was that I actually used Sirene on my Phanon's team, and then I ran Hypercarry Evernight and Hypercarry Cassie. So you guys will see here, if I go to change lineup, these are the teams I used. Phanon with RMC Sirene Don Hung, Evernight Hypercarry against Hule with Sunday and Hyacine, and then Cassie Blade I got from 50-50 loss, Ruan Mei that I gotten strictly from golden tokens, and then free Gallagher. So my Cassie team is the least cost out of all these, right? So it's been a really good time. The fact that I pulled this Sirene, I didn't really think about my other teams, but she 100% helps in that aspect. And yeah, I mean, I really just don't regret it in the slightest, because once again, this account is so fucking stacked. It doesn't matter what I really pull on, even if it doesn't make sense, because I'll still be able to clear nonetheless. And I have considered the possibility of E2 Phanon, but that's an extreme stretch because that wouldn't be right now. It would be on his rerun, and his next rerun would probably fall on somewhere near the anniversary, which has a character I've been expecting for over half a year now, nearly a year at this point, being Yai Sakura. And since I've already talked about how on my Anaxa account I want to go for Hanabi on that one, I'm really digging the idea of pulling Yai Sakura on this account that already has the best in slot Annie team as well. So it would be like this account always pulls best in slot Annie teams, which would be very interesting, right? Now, the reason there's no pull video of me getting Sirene, and I do this a lot of the time, is I was simply tired, right? I spent like 4 or 5 hours grinding the jades out of the new map, the story, the, new currency wars endgame mode to try and get Sirene as quickly as possible so that I could then spend another hour farming for her traces and level up materials, etc. And it just wasn't fun. I didn't really have the energy to remember to turn on my record button. And I also had the chance of losing the 50-50, so I was decently confident I'd lose it, but I didn't. So I do apologize for not really giving you guys all that many pulling videos as of late. I do just end up being very tired, and it's not like I give exaggerated reactions in the first place, so I didn't think most people would find something like that interesting. But I am 100% very, very happy with my Sirene pull. No, I haven't changed my, thoughts on her overall general and future value. I still think she's just gonna be a Ruan Mei downgrade, in all honesty, outside of Chrysos Air teams going into the future. But in the short term, which I've always said, she does feel very, very valuable for now. And at the end of the day, for the last time, this account is extremely stacked. So even if I do end up so-called regretting pulling her a year down the line, it doesn't fucking matter because I have an E2 Evernight and an E2 Cassie. I hope you all had your amazing Sirene pulls yourself if you went for her, or to be honest, the entire fucking trio, right, of Hyacine, Tribby, and Cassie. Hope all your pulls went well. There was a surprise 10 pull today that came out of completely nowhere, and this was not included in the pull count, which means 3.7 officially rewards wise is very, very competitive with an anniversary or a new planet in terms of rewards. So I'm sure that's going to help a lot of you be able to get the characters you're searching for on these banners, as there's a lot of heaters and a lot of people I know for a fact are going to be dropping for that E2 Phanon when he reruns on the second phase. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night, because I sure am. And peace out. Last thing I forgot to add that'll also help me hit 8 minutes on this video is, yes, I will work towards being able to zero cycle the current Aquila AA boss. I wasn't able to zero cycle it by 40 AV on my first try, and I did do a few misplays, so I'll probably return to that tomorrow, see if I can zero cycle it. My Sirene's traces also aren't maxed yet, which as well plays a part in this, as I don't have the damage boost, nor the true damage, nor the max HP increase on Sirene traces maxed at all, which 100% played a part in me missing out on, I believe, one caster strike, and I overhealed on a few of them, which really fucking sucks. But yeah, that'll be something coming to you guys soon, a zero cycle against the current AA. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.